Hello, good evening and welcome, and let's see the beauty of Adelaide Oval. Not many people in it at the moment. I am joined tonight by Eddie Dads.
Hello Dave, how you going? Lovely night for football tonight.
It is. The sunset was absolutely glorious last night. I'm hoping that we will see it again tonight, but we are here for the Don McSweeny Cup between the APY Lions and Maralinga. Maralinga will be wearing the teal, black and white, and the APY Lions will be wearing mostly white. It's nice to see them wearing the port colours in the belly of the beast.
Yeah, exactly. Crows Essendon tonight, obviously to follow. Couldn't be much better. Light wind, probably almost a southerly, I would have thought. Nothing too bad going. There's really no reason to not to play some excellent football tonight. Don McSweeny Cup, as you said. Don, a legend of local football down in the Eyre Peninsula, SANFL Hall of Fame member, and this match is being played. He died in 2012, and this match is being played in his honour. And two young teams from the APY lands and Maralinga should be a cracking contest, hopefully.
Well, we talked about this last year, and it's just been an experience for young players that must be between 2001 and 2003, so they are youngsters, and it's a big experience to play. But not only that, they come down for a little bit before, and they do have affiliate SANFL clubs. I don't know which one's which, so I'm not going to guess. I'm going to defer to you on that, Eddie. But I actually walked down King William Street with the APY Lands team, and they were well stacked up on carbohydrates before the game. There was some fast food being handed around, but this was a couple of hours ago, so they've got time. But I also saw a brand new pair of boots in the box, so there could be some blisters out there this afternoon.
Just going on the look of it, Dave, I'd say there's a fair few pairs of brand new boots out there. They look way too clean to be not. Absolute
spankers out there.
But as you said, APY Lands trained with Woodville West Torrens this week, and Maralinga trained with Norwood. And they do a week worth of leadership and kind of life skills training, football skills training. I think they were at the Army Barracks in Keswick for a little bit as well. It's just a great experience for these kids, as you say, 16, 17, 18-year-olds. And there has been some success come from this game as well. Dom Barry was on Melbourne's list. I believe he played in this game in 2013 or 2012. I haven't got my dates on me, but he played in this game. Obviously went on to play 5 games with Melbourne. I think he's now playing with Glenelg in the SANFL. He was on Port Adelaide's list for a bit as well. So there's a bit of talent coming through these teams. It should be a really good contest, hopefully.
Well, you talked about the wind, and I just wanted to raise something about the wind. I was actually up in the southern stand on the game of the weekend, and regardless of where the prevailing wind is coming from, once it gets into the stadium, it's all over the place. I was watching the rain come down from the comfort of undercover in the southern stand, but it was going in every single direction possible. So you can't really judge the wind based on the flags on the hill.
No, so we're just looking at the flags on the hill now. They seem to be, there's not a lot of wind around if we're honest, but they are swirling a little bit. Wind's probably blowing slightly southerly, slightly southwesterly, I would say.
Just an Adelaide Oval wind. It's
Adelaide Oval wind.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. Look, to be honest, there's no reason to miss kicks tonight. This is as good as it gets for football. Some young, skilled kids. This is a great opportunity for them. I think this is a great initiative by the SANFL who run this. This should be great. And
I think a massive thing for these kids as well is that they've literally just opened the gates. Now, obviously, Adelaide Crows do get big crowds every time they play at home. So they're getting all the general admission fans getting in and getting their seats early. So it's looking like there's starting to be a fairly decent little crowd building up below us for these boys to play in front of.
Particularly in the Western stand, the members getting in early to get their seats. We can see down in front of us to the left, the bay is starting to fill up down there.
So we are about ready to go. The boys had lined up on the big Toyota one in the middle, and the umpires had to move them. We are about ready to go. 4 15-minute quarters.
So we've got APY, it looks like kicking to the right of screen.
I think that's the way we are going, and Maralinga will go to the left. In a glorious evening in South Australia, in the city of churches. Our umpires will come from the local footy leagues as well. And the ball up is away. Maralinga will get first hands, just pump it down towards the 50. See which way the bounce will work. As you said, great conditions for it, and they will work as hard as we can. Hopefully don't see many stoppages. We want to see some free-flowing football, and
And there's the first one for the evening over in the left forward pocket for Maralinga.
I think all of the pockets are Eddie Betts pockets here now.
He has christened most of them by now.
Just going from stoppage to stoppage early doors, just trying to work each other out. Finally, they will get it on the boot. First real attempt at a mark and inside 50, but the APY lines will look to come away. Again, trying to go away on that far side. And they will come back to the corridor. Just try and find something. Good pickup, good hard at the ball. Just to go down and get it. And again, just trying to work through that corridor. At all costs, good lead. Can he find the leg? Not quite. Looks to bend around the corner. Straightens, sets it on its way. Finds the square. Good spoil. Maralinga will want to start worrying the scoreboard and worrying it early. Stoppage there will be good for him. Play on, little snap, straight across all of them, so we'll go for a ball in.
Maralinga doing all the attacking early. Not playing the last touch, so we'll get a boundary throw in. Left forward pocket for Maralinga. A lot of space out the back. Players converge at about centre half forward for Maralinga. APY there, they've got some space and they're off.
They're up.
Takes one bounce on the left, tries to get it over the back. It does get over the back. APY going into attack. Keeping in front of himself on the right. Not quite, and that is Lionel Stewart from Maralinga clears from the back lines.
Well, we hope it's Lionel Stewart.
We hope.
We got up to number 23 and I think they gave up. So if we get names wrong, we apologise.
We do have team lists. The accuracy of those team lists we can't guarantee. Here we go. APY with a chance, couldn't quite pick it up. Handball back into traffic. That's Caden Peters, gets it on the right foot. Plenty of space for APY though, and this is going to come back in, you would have thought. Handball inside, just misses the target. Plenty of time though, on the right foot to centre half forward for APY. Over the back, here we go. First chance of the game, that's a massive tackle.
Too high though.
And he's been taken high.
That's interesting stuff.
Handball off to the back. Sells one dummy, comes back inside, straightens on the right and gets caught in the ball. Huge. Got to go back and kick him from there, I would have thought. Maralinga clear.
That's a nice leg out onto this near side as well. Again, just look for the handball, just rushing it slightly. And they can settle down a little bit. Handball over the top. We'll find Scott. Scott will go for a little run. Little underground kick, almost worked out. Does work out. Could be high again, but he's managed to shake it. Then we'll handball away. Handball works for him, straightens. Sets sights on goal. First one of the night.
Lyndon Kuyama.
Maralinga will get the first points on the board. There's some absolute determination.
Look at that, we just see that that little bit of stuff up at about 45 metres out from goal. We've probably got to go back and kick them, I would have thought.
Yeah, what was it, 40 out, dead in front? But this
that.
determination here and just kept going. And again, a lovely little pickup from
Lyndon
Kuyama.
Good
first
finish.
points of the board. It's always nice to get the first ones.
And this is the kind of footy we wanted to see, really. It's rebounded from full back for Maralinga, and they've taken it the whole length of the ground and scored. That's what we want to see, back in the middle. It's bit of a congestion again. Picked up by, that looks like Joel Peter. He gets it out for Maralinga. They've lost the last two of these contests, Maralinga. They're looking to get their first win on the board since 2016. Looking good early.
I think that
Oh, and there we go. I'm going to get a shot on goal here.
I think the game last year, Maralinga gave the APY lines a hell of a start. They really let them get away too quickly. Oh, kicked off and found a target in the middle. They don't want to take the set shots, do they?
No, they don't. Clinton Ginger, though, he gets a shot on goal. He looks like he might be the brother of the captain, Winston Ginger.
He's come from the boundary line. He's got the old Murph Hughes run up.
Didn't hit that very well off the boot, did he?
Just pushed it. It's an interesting one. As we see the replay, it's they are managing to work around the far side, the fat side as they call it, and just nobody really wants to take the shot on. Ginger had a go, and again it's going to come all the way back in. The player who is unfortunately just going to have to be the big fella for now.
Basso Edwards.
That one's gone to Basso Edwards, but number 26, we don't have a name for him, so he will be the big guy.
He certainly is a big man, isn't he? He's got some weight on him.
Basso from the pocket, sets it on its way, nice and straight. Goal umpire again, just signalling the point. And APY Lands will try and get away. They have dodged a bullet somewhat because 3 scoring chances and only come away with 8 points. So they do need to get out from here, though.
Got it in their back pocket currently. Looking to slow things down, I think. Momentum is definitely with Maralinga currently. APY just looking to chip it, hit the 45s. That's not the kick. And that's a strong grab overhead. And they have numbers everywhere. Good smother, though.
Excellent.
Just cuts off the attack. And can APY Lands go forward? Big fly, comes to ground. Well played by Clinton Ginger, who had the shot on goal just before. Goes forward again. Numbers for the fall of the ball from Maralinga. They should be able to get a score here. Oh, that's a great turn out of trouble. On the right foot. Just misses.
Just pulled it.
That was excellent. How good was that little blind turn out of trouble?
It was great. And there's moments like that. And it's interesting. If we get a stoppage, we'll touch on that a little bit. But they just haven't had a chance to draw breath just yet. And the APY Lands will look to come out of that back pocket. Little bit of a dangerous kick into a dangerous area. Maralinga looking to swoop on it. Best the APY Lands could hope is just to get something on it and get it out of the danger. That's what they do. They just get a foot on it. They can break away. They have got space out on that far side. Second bounce. Then he will handball out there. Bounce of the ball does not help him. And then Maralinga will look to relaunch from about centre half forward.
Joel Peter.
Now they will find the pocket again, all alone. See whether he
Kevin
can find
Penny out there with the mark in the Eddie Betts pocket.
One of the 4. One thing I did like in the last pocket, the last one we saw from around this area, straight on drop punt. Didn't look to run around the corner, just looked to the straight on drop punt. I'm with you, Dave.
I'm with you. You're preaching to the converted there. I'm a drop punt advocate every day of the week. Get another one here.
A little stutter on the way. Looks to the top of the goal square. Pushes it and out on the full, so the APY Lands will get another chance to come away.
Gee, they're on the back foot here, aren't they, the APY Lands?
It's kind of
looking for their 3rd win in this competition in a row. They don't look anything near it at the moment.
Kind of a role reversal from last year. Like I said, the APY Lands really came out like the tails were on fire last year and built a decent lead.
They're just, as you can really see it, you can sense it, they're just trying to slow things down. Just trying to hold the momentum for a second. There we go. They're going to get it, bring it out to the far side, but just another skill error. That's well played out there. I can't quite see who that was from Maralinga, but created a contest. And we're going to get a boundary throw in.
It's been an interesting start, and you can always tell which team has got the more pressure just by, like, you could throw a blanket over that 50 to the left of your screen at the moment. Bouncing around right in the goal square. Can he get himself some room?
Oh!
Works backwards to try and get some. Loses his footing. It's still going to be there. Round the corner. Snap on the left.
What a goal!
The crowd tells you it's good. Maralinga will get their 2nd goal of the day.
Didn't quite. That might have been Joel Peter, I think, on the left foot. That was an excellent goal. Just judging by the way he dropped it, I don't think he was a natural left footer. But
well, kicking on your wrong foot.
Had the wherewithal to just turn out of trouble and get himself a free shot on goal. I believe that was Joel Peter, number 1 for Maralinga, the captain as well. Great goal. So that's 2-3-15. Maralinga leading by 15 points with 9 minutes 40 gone in the first quarter.
APY Lands yet to score, just can't get down there. Another ball up. Maralinga will get first hands. Ruckman will do his own roving, and they're out again. Just to the southern end of the centre square. Found his mark. Thought about playing on. And decides against it. Number 24. He is another unknown warrior.
Doesn't seem confident with the distance.
30 metres out, just on the angle. Sends it on its way. It's going to land in the goal square. Who's going to get up and hard enough? It's going to come off hands and go behind for a behind. And that will be 15. Sorry, 3 goals, 2. 6, 2, 4. 2 goals, 4.
You'll get there.
I know. Sorry, it's been a long day.
So APY Lions again just trying to maintain possession. They haven't been able to do so. Not many players really looking at the footy at the moment, which is not a great sign. That's a risky kick off one step.
It's been risky and it almost paid off though.
It might work. They're going to get some space out in the far wing. These look like some fresh new boots out here. That is number 3, Otis Ken for APY Lands. He looks in board. That's a nice kick.
That is a lovely left
That is a lovely kick. And just manages to keep possession. Gets it on the boot to centre half forward. Bobbling around a little bit. Maralinga looking to clear through. That looks like Ashland Miller, number 12. Can APY get a shot on goal here? I don't think they can. This is going to, looks like it's going to be another ball up. And it is.
Well, since that first real mark and attempt at goal with the handball, the APY Lions haven't really done too much. Maralinga are going to come away with it again. Maralinga have just looked, the tempo that they're playing at is just higher than the APY Lions at the moment. He's caught there. Nice handball over the top again.
Oh, that's
over
nice.
on the far side, they're all very shy. They don't want to come over here where we can see them. Good challenge. Now the APY Lions will look to get away. Just sends it forward again. Looks for a pack. And they're going to just look to crumb on it. Little handball over the back there. I've got numbers if they can get through. Still going to have to work hard, dig for it, but it has come out. Maralinga again will look to clear. Little soccer off the ground towards the centre circle. Just ran around the corner and will go to the unknown soldier up forward.
He's got numbers everywhere.
He will fire all about the mark, just can't quite get there and then can't quite crumb it. APY Lions will look to come away again. Has a runner inside. Now they have the corridor. Sprays the kick out to this near side. Race between the ball and the sideline, but good following. Again the time.
It's Tyson Edwards from Maralinga. Kicks it in board. He finds Caden Peters. He looks in board as well to that danger spot at centre half forward. Can't quite find anyone. Play goes on. That's Joel. Who's that? That's number 16. That's Chase Scott. He's on the left foot. That's a lovely kick in board. You can see that the whole way.
Oh,
that should be 50.
Be 50.
It is.
Here it is.
I think, to be fair, I think APY Land's got a pretty big mitt on that on the way through.
Is that what I think that's what they're talking about.
You've got to play the umpire's whistle though, Dave. That's the #1 rule.
That is it. But it couldn't have been much better there, really, if he'd put it in a parcel and mailed it to him. There was it's one of the best feeds inbound that I've seen. We get to see it again. Let's see whether we can see it.
It was touched on the way through. Isaiah Bridley claimed
the tackle.
And Bridley, pretty happy with his work, runs through and knocks it through from the goal square. And that is a very handy lead for Maralinga. I can't see APY Land scoring the way they're currently playing, Dave.
Not at the moment. They need to get the players in the game. I think Lloyd Miller, him of the brand new orange boots, who's been playing over on this side. The nice little left peg. Also, the number 3, Otis Ken, with the lovely left peg, and then the number 11. If they can get them into the game, I feel like they're just being a little bit wasted on the wings at the moment. I like to see them try and work in the corridor, and we did say the sun is setting and the hills look absolutely glorious with that little gap in the side. This
is the best oval in the world, if you ask me. Maralinga clear again through Lyndon Quiema, who's already kicked 1 today. They're going to get it in the Betts pocket. Handball back inside. Where are the defenders for APY Lands? There's numbers everywhere from Maralinga. APY managed to clear just for the minute. There we are. Now they're out.
Just haven't been able to find an outlet, and the moments that they try and get out, they just can't find an outlet.
Stays in. Bobbling around on centre wing on the far side. I think we're going to need a stoppage, and we are. So I think the tentativeness of APY Lions is just working against them at the moment. I don't think that little kick mark game style is working.
So that will be quarter time, and we will step out for a quick breather. Thank you very much for joining us on Spacebike Sports and NATV. We'll be back for quarter number 2. So welcome back, Maralinga leading this one, 3 goals, 4 behinds, 22. The APY Lions yet to score. Looked like they were going to open the scoring initially. They managed to find a mark in forward 50, handed off. And I think what I was going to talk about is that my 9-year-old, soon to be 10-year-old, when he plays football on a Sunday morning, a lot of the kids, they don't want to do the boring set shot stuff. It's all got to be snaps and round the body and all of that now. We just want to see that basic mark, go back, kick a goal.
Yep, completely with you. That missed opportunity is going to come back and haunt them, I think. 35 metres out on a slight angle, you just got to go back and kick the goal. I'm sorry, there's you know, you can give the handball off and delegate responsibility, but at the end of the day, someone's got to go back and kick the goal, and that's going to hurt APY Lands, I think, early on in this game. They're down 3 goals, 4-22. Really, they should have kicked the first goal of the game, and if you kick the first goal, the momentum's with you. Who knows what could happen? I
think as well as if you're going to call for a handball from someone who's taking the mark and is 40 yards out, dead in front, you've got to then go and kick it.
Have to. So we're back in action here. Maralinga kicking the left to the right of screen. APY to the I've got completely other way around. Maralinga to the right, APY to the left. And that should be holding the ball. Umpire calls play on. APY go forward. Nice relieving mark from Maralinga. That was Tyron Kelly there. He takes a nice mark. Contest in the middle. Play on. Big contest in the middle. Players still down. They're up now. Pinballing around. APY have won it. They got a chance to go forward. And unfortunately just picks out that man again, Tyron Kelly, who took the big mark before. He tries to play on, does have numbers despite that horrendous kick. They're going to get out of here. Unless they go back the way they came, they're not. They do come out to this near wing.
It's a better one.
And nice grab, that's Robin Sanders. He gives the hands off. Got space if they can get away. Takes one bounce, takes another. That's Clinton Ginger. He gets it forward, doesn't hit the target. And APY will clear.
Just feel a little bit like the APY Lions are just desperate. Here's one of the players we talked about, Lloyd Miller. Looks to find a little bit of space, just arches the back, runs away, just can't get it over the top. And Maralinga will go again, and we expect them to see them go and go quickly. 2 kicks into the 50, just didn't quite make the mark, but they are there. Then they will go around the corner into the pocket to the top of the goal square.
Oh.
Looks to fly, doesn't matter, finds it, crumbs it, outside of the boot.
Basso
3 kicks.
Edwards.
That's a goal.
Big Basso.
That is the difference between the APY Lions and Maralinga right now. APY Lions tried everything they could to get out. They were desperate to get out. They're 4-5 kicks to get out, couple of bounces, and then kicking to a free Maralinga defender. Maralinga 3 kicks.
Goal.
From it, goal.
It's that final kick as well that's hurting them, APY. They can get to about 75 metres out from goal, and then that next kick is really hurting them. Tried to go over the top into the middle. It was the right option. It was the right option to kick it into the centre of the ground. Just couldn't get it over the top of the Maralinga defender. And we've got one Maralinga player down in back play. I think it might be cramp, which is not a good sign early in the second quarter.
No, I mean, as much as I love the Colonel, pre-match nutrition, probably not his forte. That's all I will say.
Yeah, the popcorn chicken, not the ideal pre-game. That's all right, he's up and going again. The trainer leaves the ground, and we're back in the middle.
Oh, that's a massive... The golden fist comes out there. Clever little kick out to that far side again. And again, the APY Lions forced to work hard for anything. Maralinga again will look to get hands on.
Same guy
finding a teal jersey.
It's our cramping fellow, I think. He's up and about.
Here he is. This is
this is Clinton Ginger. He's had a great game so far. Probably best on for mine thus far.
That's almost a fabulous kick.
Just misses the target.
Sock it away towards the centre square, and Ginger again will pick it up. Gets his head up early, then looks to just try and pick a kick into the corridor. Finds one. Finds Bridley. Bridley just fires it at the number 23. Did very well. Great hands. Just got to back him in. They kind of took it off each other. That's not worked well for the APY Lions. Going to have to run around. Right foot snap. Not going to get there, but the mark could. Will go behind, and it will be a ball in that near side pocket.
We do have an APY Lions player limping off the ground as well. I can't quite see who that is. Heavily taped left knee. Hope that's not that bad. Ball thrown back into play meanwhile in the forward pocket. APY have got numbers. They're going to get out here. They are out, miles in the clear.
They've just got to find the target now. That's where they've struggled.
Nice dummy. Turns inside on the left, takes one bounce. Goes to Torp.
Oh, it's gone beautifully.
Why not?
Go all the way.
Too far, the Torp.
It's going to work. Still on for the APY Lions. It's all about how he comes out. He's 3 versus 1. 3 versus 2 now for the APY Lions. Maralinga look like they've managed to put out this little bonfire.
And they have. Out they go. Gee, there is not a dearth in space in this game at the moment. There is just acres of territory everywhere. Is that Basso again?
And again, 3 kicks and they're inside 50. Inside 50.
What
Goal
a
on
goal!
Barnes. Look at it.
That's our boy, Winston Ginger. Fantastic goal. Number 23.
I have to say that's that again is the difference. They were out. You said they were out. We ended up with the Torp. God bless the Torp. We want to see more of it.
Look, I'm the Torp's biggest fan, but I'm not sure the Torp was the best option in that situation, Dave.
I don't know what else he had. I mean, he looked forward and he didn't have anything. And then APY Lions managed to get a 3-on-2 inside 50. All they had to do was try and tie it up and keep it in there and get something. They couldn't. 4 kicks later, they're back at centre.
Yeah, the failure to get a stoppage in forward 50, that really hurt them just then. The rebound was just too quick, wasn't it? That was just, as we said, acres of space. Anyway, back in the middle we go. APY Lions need a score, otherwise this is going to start to blow out, I think. And they've lost it again out of the middle. Isaiah Bridley, he wins it for Maralinga. He goes out wide, looking for Basso, number 20. Basso Edwards.
He sold some candy.
Gives it to number 7. That is Clinton Ginger. He goes on the right foot, has a snap, just misses. My best on ground so far, I think, Clinton Ginger, number 7 from Maralinga. He's been brilliant. Just off that half-back flank, and he's now snuck forward, I think. The tide of the game is dictating that the half-back flanks are not too willing to stay at the half-back flank at the moment.
I mean, they've played, I mean, they've been absolutely imperious with 1 man at the back moment, Maralinga.
Here we go, APY chance now. They've got a 3-on-1 on the far side. Managed to get it there. Umpire called something. I think it might have been play on in the end. But again, Maralinga just managed to hold this up. Although not for much longer.
There's nothing ahead of him. He's got someone in the gap if he can find him.
Oh, what a step.
Nice little step. Still got him in the gap if he can find him. It's not going to make its way on the full.
Ginger tries to lay the tackle. Manages to win the ball and hold it up. Clinton Ginger, another excellent effort. Sterling effort from Clinton Ginger.
I mean, again, Maralinga's ability to turn what looks like a goal-scoring opportunity for the APY Lions. Maralinga's ability to recover.
Here we go, though. Chance. Chance again. Chance again.
Oh,
not
he lost
quite.
it. Oh, got a big swing and a miss at it.
Could have been kicking in danger. Dropped mark at centre-half forward for APY. Keeps the ball in front of himself. Well played. Gives the handball up. Handball's roughly to himself, I think, and gets it back.
That's a nice little handoff.
Gets it on the right. First goal of the game. Just misses for APY.
But at least there's something on the board for him. So it's a quick little handoff. I like the little handoff.
That was brilliant.
And they've gone themselves, and they're going to handball to Ginger. Ginger put under a fair amount of pressure, but again, they seem okay. We'll come out to this near side. Kelly. He will send it down the line into a pack.
And nameless number 24 does well.
Yeah, everyone kind of left it alone then, and he almost had to crumb his own. Can I just say it's nice to see the runners out there as well. It's nice to see runners.
Nice change from the AFL. I like to see a runner. That rule has to change now that we're at it.
It is. It's something that is absolutely unique to Australian rules football, and should be brought back, in my opinion.
Couldn't agree more. It's only making the game worse, the lack of runners. I get that the coaches were abusing the system, but this year has just shown us we need the runners. Anyway, we digress.
It's part of the game. I feel it's part of the game.
I agree. Going to get another stoppage here, I think.
Just a little bit messy, but they are going to get out. That's that combination for the APY Lions. The number 3 in Otis Ken and the number 11 in Lloyd Miller. They look very, very classy, those two. to bend the back to beat the first one. Not going to beat the second one. That's got to be holding the ball. And is, and the APY lines will get to go. They need to go.
They don't have a lot of run, Dave. We're seeing they just don't have many numbers forward of the ball.
Going to sneak up on his backside. Just about got there, the kick.
They look dead on their feet, the APY lands. The Colonel's doing them no favours whatsoever, unfortunately. Oh, great grab. Who was that?
That's got to be our mate Ginger.
It wasn't him, it was...
I don't think it was.
Another top! This one not quite as effective, but a good grab.
That's about as effective as it can be.
Joel Peter, I think that is out there. He takes off immediately. Looks inboard. There's our mate Ginger. Jeez, he's been good. He goes one way, then the other. Gives it back to Peter. What a handball. Peter goes into trouble, though. He gives it up to Joel. And he misses the target, unfortunately.
That is it's an incredible clearance kick. That's gone 50 on the fly.
And APY, just no movement. They look really, really tired out there.
Oh, that's, dear Lord.
I like the intent from both parties, actually. You can't let the little handball through the legs go without some kind of retribution.
I mean, he has to stand the mark, otherwise he'd get fined for leaving the scene of a collision. That was insane. I mean, that's going to tell you, you've got to catch them, because if you don't, you're going to get absolutely folded up. Again, 2 kicks. There's about 4 Maralinga players who could have gone then. He will snap around the body, makes the goal umpire work.
Go back and kick the goal.
Yes. Due deference to the cross sport.
Here we go. Here's our little collision out in the far wing. Bang! No intent whatsoever to stay low there.
I don't think there's much argument about that being high.
I'm fine with it.
Well, it's a grown-up sport.
Nice mark there. That looks like Albert Lennon. He plays on.
He's managed to find it. Oh, it just took his eyes off. It somewhat fed the footsteps, I think, of Maralinga again. And this is the danger for the APY lines, is as they get pulled up and they try and put some more points on the board. Maralinga have shown they're 3 kicks away.
They seem to have no issue rebounding from centre half back to full forward in the matter of seconds, really. But this actually is a danger area. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a goal out of this from Maralinga, if anything.
Oh,
no, I spoke too soon.
Again, can they find a way through the traffic, though?
That's a nice kick.
Oh, just needed to bring it in, and like you said, it was perfect. The lead was good, the kick was good. Now Maralinga have got space, and he can carry if he wants.
And he does.
Soldier was telling him to carry. I think he had his eyes on a shepherd. Just couldn't quite get there, but under no pressure at all, Maralinga, they can crumb it. I think we just need to do a head count. Feels like they've got 7 more players.
Oh, don't they ever. Look, 4 numbers around this ball to the 1 APY. Big clash.
The 1 nearly won, and he just lashes at it, and he's got
Ginger.
time and space, and he can play on, settles,
and
straightens. Goal umpire doesn't have to dance at all. He'll come back, show the 2 fingers. Maralinga will push away again.
Look, we don't have the stats here, Dave, but if I was to guess, that's Clinton Ginger's 15th possession, and he's got a goal to go along with that. Look at that, just a beautiful technique. Dropped it to the ball, dropped it to the boot perfectly. He has been outstanding thus far.
6 goals, 6, 42. The APY line's just the solitary behind so far. And where do you go from here if you are in the coach's box for the APY lines?
Well, as you said, first step is to call a head count, I think. This just looks like there's Maralinga players running around everywhere. Back in the middle we go. Another great tap, and they're going to win this cleanly out of the middle, Maralinga. Numbers everywhere. Here we go. On the left, hits. Oh, what a clearance. What a fantastic clearance for Maralinga. That is unbelievable football. Raheem Darizzi, my favourite name on the team, has the ball with the shot on goal.
Well, Maralinga have come, and they mean business. I mean, like you said, they've come here the last 2 years, and they've been sent back with their tail between the legs for the last 2 years.
Oh, Darizzi.
It's your fault for giving him the build-up.
I did. He's my favourite name in this game, and he couldn't quite get it done.
So the clearance again from the APY lines, and very nearly stolen at the top, and just see that forward 50 pressure from Maralinga. They do finally get out and they put him under pressure, made a contest, does come to ground, does his own roving, still there. Again, can they find any way through this Maralinga defence? They can't. And your boy Ginger,
my boy,
he's there again. Close to holding the ball. Umpire says he got his disposal away. Now APY lines, handball over the top. They're 2-on-2. Straightens, lets it go. Goal umpire is happy with that one. 1-1, and the APY lines finally, well, the first step up what is, you would have to call Mount comeback at the moment.
It's looking unlikely, I have to say, but that was a nice goal. Didn't hit it particularly well off the boot. That looks like, I reckon, Lloyd Miller, number 11.
I like the fact that we're sort of seeing him in a centre-half forward role now. I think he was playing on the wing, and I think just bringing him into centre-half forward now has just freed him up a little bit and allowed him to possibly come into this game a little bit more.
I agree. I like it. Get him around the ball, Lloyd Miller. He looks good. Looks a likely type.
Well, that is half-time, and 6 goals, 7-43 to Maralinga, 1 goal, 1 to the APY lands as the sun sets in Adelaide and the lights are on. That will be half-time. 2 more quarters to go. If we see a comeback, it's probably one of the greatest televised comebacks of all time.
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. That'll do us here for half-time.
So we are back to quarter number 3. A quarter that I would normally describe as the Premiership quarter. So if you win this one, you're going well. But it's a huge mountain to climb for the APY Lions. As Essendon and Adelaide have started to come out for their warm-ups. I think the APY Lions could do with just press ganging. Just trying to see, there's Essendon player just running around the boundary on the far side. I think the APY Lions could do with just press ganging him and getting him in a jersey.
They did get that one goal to finish the second quarter, which gives me a little bit of hope. Not a lot of hope, but a little bit that they can turn this around. Here they go. Started well. Handball forward. Numbers everywhere for APY. They can just get this out of the tackle, and they can. It comes forward eventually. Here's our boy Clinton Ginger again. He gives the handball out.
It was Lionel Stewart.
Lionel Stewart,
6.
my fault.
You're just seeing everyone as Clinton Ginger right now, but I think the APY Lions are as well.
Ooh.
I think he wanted the boundary throw and he didn't get it. Didn't quite know what to do with it afterwards.
Bossa.
Loses his footing. Then we'll just send it towards the goal square. No real contest, but he's dropped it cold. Maralinga again will look to try and find the way out.
Oh, just needed to get rid of that. Does, but to the wrong player on the left. And that's a goal, and that might almost do it. That was Chase Scott, number 16 for Maralinga. Excellent on the left.
It's a bit early to be sticking a fork in it, but, you know, it is difficult.
Difficult from here, you have to say. As we see there, just composed on the left foot. And wasn't he happy with it as well? On Adelaide Oval. Good reason to be happy with it, I reckon. So back to the middle. Maralinga 7-7-49. APY Lions 1-1-7. Desperately in need of a goal. They do win the tap, and they're going to win the clearance again. Here they go forward. Just can't quite. That kick at 10.5 forward is really hurting them. And Maralinga have numbers everywhere going forward.
Oh, the big fella just silkily. That's going to go over the back. Let it bounce all the way.
Oh,
he did
goals. I reckon that was my mate Basso Edwards.
Doesn't he love it?
He lets the crowd know about it too.
The finger, well, not giving the finger. That's the wrong way of saying it. Pointing his finger at the crowd. Yeah, loving it.
Just got over the back. Have to keep those ones in front of yourself. They didn't, and he points at the crowd. And
I think he was pointing at the crow.
Very happy with himself.
I think he was giving it to the crow.
Very happy with himself. Good on you, Basso. I think that's number 2 for the day, if I was to count.
Certainly close too.
So they've won the first 2 centre clearances of this quarter, APY. They just can't find a way through centre half forward. There you go again. They've won it again. What can they do now? Takes one bounce, puts it on the right.
Again, just look at the numbers in teal shirts. They're everywhere. They're working hard, and if they can get a stoppage in here, they might be able to build something from here.
That's something they haven't been able to do very well, is get stoppages in forward 50. They do have one now. Can they take advantage of it? Chance on the left. Not quite.
So another behind. So 1 goal 2 to 8 goals 7. He's managed to kick that all the way over the net, so we're going to have to wait for that one to come back. Of course, a running clock. I'm not sure that the APY Lions will be too concerned with the fact that it's a running clock. Boy. I was about to say dangerous kick because I got confused as to who was kicking out, and that was a very dangerous kick. And it's going to give them a set shot.
I think this, if he goes back and has a crack at this might be their first set shot attempt of the day. They've given off a couple.
Yeah.
I like to see taking the responsibility upon your own shoulders.
Drop punt as well again. Right-footed.
Oh!
Look for the fly. Look for the climb. We've seen a couple of attempts at the Specky. Dangerous handball. It's going to come back. Can he snap around the corner? He does. He tried to come back. It thought about it, then gave up. So that'll go out on the full. And Maralinga will be able to come out from the back pocket. Given lots and lots of time. No one's standing anywhere near it.
Well, here we go. Oh, I thought it was Specky chance there.
You can see one. Got to see one. That one will find its way. Looking for the sit. Didn't need the sit over the back.
David Coombs, I reckon that is, number 21 for APY. They'll have a chance to give them their second goal of the game.
Yeah, just kick right through the middle of it, son. over the goal umpire's head. And there we go. So slowly but surely they're starting to come into this game, but you would feel that the lead is a bit too much because they're winning this quarter.
I think they've had, it sounds counterintuitive, given that Maralinga have kicked 2 goals to APY's 1, but I think they've actually had the play of it this quarter, APY. They've won 3 centre clearances, had a bit of it in their forward 50. Again, that last kick inside 50 is hurting them, but they've been quite good.
They've certainly been the better team so far.
Back in the middle we go. The tap is halved. APY looking to win their 4th centre clearance in a row, and they do for the moment. Well played in there. That is Chase Scott. Very well played, number 16, Maralinga. And they're out. If they can take a mark here, they're out. Oh, big contest. Ball's pinging around. Handball, a few handballs to nobody in particular. Could have been in the back. Umpire lets it go.
Well, he kind of ducked into it, didn't he? And kind of put himself in that position. So that's a nice umpiring for mine. So as we go, and APY line's looking to get out.
And they are out for the moment if they just can't quite pick it up.
Just the hand skills. That's a nice don't argue, and then he's away. Then he will send it forward. How's the bounce? The bounce is going to work its way almost to the back. Can they get a handball again? No, Maralinga managed to tidy up somewhat.
Geez, he's got a paddock out here. Absolute paddock. Juan Laboy. He's got a paddock. Takes one bounce, then sends it inside forward 50.
Oh, that nearly worked very, very, very well.
It did.
Could you imagine just on the volley up into your mate? Carries it on.
Both of them wanted that ball pretty badly. And APY will just slow it up. Not a lot of movement. A lot of players with hands on their hips. Another torp. That one just goes up,
That's
really.
High.
Oh,
he
big
tried.
fly.
Oh, we'll get one today.
There's Ginger, my boy. Best on ground for me. Gives it up to Joel Peter. He gives it up to number 23, Winston Ginger.
How quick they move through that corridor. Maralinga now will look for another forward 50. Looks for the sit, doesn't quite get it. And APY lines will take the mark. Get the free in the end, and the APY lines again will just have to try and get out. I mean, Maralinga seem to be happy to give them the midfield. They'll let them come up to the forward 50 and then they just shut them down. We'll call this Maralinga defence Gandalf. They will not let anything pass.
Very nice. Any broadcast with a Lord of the Rings reference is one that I'm around, that's for sure. Ball back into play.
I have to say, obviously,
Here's Ginger, just bursting out of the pack. He's going to get it back here.
Oh, that's nice.
Very nice. Just breaks the tackle. Puts on the right foot. Lovely right foot kick into an unnamed warrior. He looks inboard. Number 9, Kevin Penny. He gives the handball off. Left-footed kick. He's just going to miss to the right-hand side. We've got the player that was chasing Clinton Ginger for APY Lands is down and in a bit of trouble behind play.
Oh, I wonder whether that's one of those chasers getting shepherded.
Could have been. He looks okay eventually. Number 22, that is.
Albert Lennon.
Albert Lennon gets up slowly. He looks to be okay. Bit of a limp about him, but he was all right. He's going to go on.
APY Lands again just trying to get out and can't quite get there. Now they've got the corridor again. Can they find anything? Have they got a lead? He's just got to put it into a space. Again, they managed to get it over the back, just trying to punch it forward. Maralinga will look to come out again. Better forward pressure from APY Lands. Nice little underground handball, and now they have got a little bit of space. Nice handball around the corner. He will settle and straighten, send it at goal. Goal umpire doesn't move. And he scored another one, David Coombs. He's been their saviour so far.
Been lively up forward, Coombsy.
Good old Coombsy.
Yeah, they've just made it interesting this quarter, APY. I like how they've
certainly
gone
won
about
the
it.
quarter. Certainly won the quarter.
I agree. They've got control of the play for the most part. I reckon time in forward half would have to be something like 60-40 APY's way. If they can get, let's say, if they can get 2 more goals here, there's not long left in this quarter. If they can get 1, maybe 2 goals, just enough to make it interesting going into the final quarter. That's not going to help though.
No, Maralinga.
Heap of space out to Caden Peters for Maralinga. Comes back to Joel Peter. He puts it on the right foot, looks inside. Good relieving mark.
Then only just the required 15, didn't it?
Ooh, bit of a falcon out there. Play goes on though. I reckon that's Ginger again. He puts it on the right. Nice, good kick.
It's the big dude.
It's a big fella. He's had a bit of the Colonel. He goes out wide. Who's that out there? I can't quite see the number. He looks in board though and finds Lyndon Quiema.
An absolute acre of space.
He's about 35 metres out, slight angle. Look, this is one of those ones you should be kicking 7 or 8 times out of 10, I would say.
Has to be a boyhood dream, doesn't it? Set shot towards the hill at Adelaide Oval.
Doesn't get much better, honestly. I mean, the MCG, for one, but Quiema comes in. Nice off the boot. He likes it. That's a goal. Just to the right-hand side. Snuck it through. Brilliant stuff.
Hate to be somewhat controversial, but MCG is boring for mine. It's big, but that's about it.
I'd always take the Adelaide Oval over the MCG.
Every day of the week.
Trying to be conciliatory to the Vics, though, because they do get pretty touchy about the MCG. It is a nice venue. I just think this has a bit more character, though, and tell you what, I'd take this 10 times out of 10 over Optus Stadium in WA.
Oh,
that place has got no soul whatsoever.
Impressive light show, though.
Impressive light show. I'll give it that. It doesn't have the hill, though, does it? Or the scoreboard?
No.
You need those. Anyway, we
digress. I don't think
digress.
there's any football stadium in the world that has anything like that. It's got a listed building at the northern end. So the APY line's just desperately, and again, every time they manage to get anywhere near that 50, it just becomes an absolute mess. Again, they will look to try and get over the back. They could get something out of this. He'll find himself in the pocket. Huge amount of work to do. Good handball over the top. Still trying to find a way through. The ball's going to go out. It will be a stoppage.
12.5 minutes gone in this quarter. They're down by 7 goals. Fair to say they need one here.
Well, 6 would be nice.
Ball back into play. In the forward pocket for APY Lands. They do have numbers around this contest, although Maralinga win it out, and they've got some space so they can pick this up.
Whoa.
Sock it off the ground. I like that. To number 28, who's had a big quarter. Back to number 4, Caden Peters. He takes a bounce.
Settle.
Kicks it long. I think he was going for goal. Probably not the right option, but it gets through. It's going to work, and that's a goal. Again, as we've seen all day, rebound from an inside 50 for APY Lands to a goal for Maralinga. And in that occasion, Kevin Penny for Maralinga finishes the goal. All the work done, though, by Caden Peters on the far wing.
It's got to hurt from a player's point of view for the APY Lands and a coach's point of view for the APY Lands. Actually did very little wrong in that last passage of play. And just unbelievably just cannot get anything going for them.
It must be either their midfielders or their centre or their half back line just aren't pushing up high enough. And so that quick release kick from full back for Maralinga is cutting them up, really.
And they're out again, I think, and Maralinga will one bounce towards the forward 50. Then just a bit of an aimless kick. And the APY Lands can go. Are they suggesting he played on? Lots of pointing going on, but APY Lands are going to get the ball. Space over on this near side, but again, Maralinga just seem to be happier to do more of the work when it's needed.
Oh!
It's been efficient, Maralinga. They've, with their energy. Shepherd tried to come across, good chase. Now they will go forward. Again, just looking to try and release the pressure, but Maralinga again able to bring it to ground and make some space. The snap off the right.
What a goal, Joel Peter.
Get around him, gentlemen.
Gee, that was nice. I don't think he hit it quite the way he wanted, but it's floated its way through.
There's no pictures in the scorebook, Eddie. They all count the same.
Too right, too right. Gee, this has been a good quarter of football. High scoring. 15 seconds left.
Well, 11 goals, 8, 74 to 3 goals, 2, 20. I mean, and that will be it for the third quarter. 1 quarter to go. It would be an absolute miracle, but Maralinga fully deserving of this lead. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with you very soon. So, fourth and final quarter. The APY Lions trailing this one 3 goals to 20. Maralinga 11 goals, 8, 74. APY Lions staying in the huddle a little bit longer. I think they want to make the most of this experience, because other than that, it's not been a great night out from the men from the far north of the state.
Very good performance by Maralinga, though, especially considering they haven't won a Don McSweeny Cup since 2016, and they've done particularly well tonight. Just the way they've been able to move the ball from deep in their own defence to right at the heart of their forward line has been really impressive for me.
It's certainly revenge for last year. Last year the APY Lions looked the much better team, and it's roles reversed this year, so certainly revenge for last year, and they'll be enjoying their night out at Adelaide Oval.
Back to the middle we go for the start of the last quarter. Can APY make this interesting at least? No, they can't, at least to start with. I reckon that's my boy Ginger. He kicks it forward.
Nearly found a space again.
That was Ginger that cleared it out. I really like the way he's played. Snap on the right foot. That's going to go through. That's Isaiah Bridley. He's got the first goal of the opening quarter. Nice snap. Clearance from Ginger, who's been best on for mine. I've been saying it since the first quarter. And that's a really nice start to the game. A really nice start to the last quarter by Maralinga. Just composed on the right foot was Bridley. Brought it round on the right foot. I like it.
Well, there's been a lot to like in this game. It's we've seen some good football. It's I mean, it looks big from up here. I've never actually been down on the surface of Adelaide Oval, so I don't know how it feels to them. There are occasions when it can feel quite confined, regardless of what it looks like from your screen.
Looks like they're playing 16 on 16, so that does open the space up a little bit. The wings, there don't appear to be any wings out there. There's Peter, he gets the handball out. Turns back into trouble, back to Ginger. He's got a man out on the near wing who's in a paddock of space. Handball over the top.
There's people in acres of space again for Maralinga. Has to go and find the spot of the ball. Puts himself in a little bit of trouble, but Maralinga again. Oh. The big fella will just rumble forward. A little bit of a mongrel kick, but it's found its way, almost found its way through. It's going to work out almost for them again. They're queuing up off the left. Snapped around the body, just across for a point.
Bridley again looking for 2 in a minute.
Are we missing the ball again? Where's the ball? It's one of the AFL players picked up that ball.
Yeah.
Give us a ball back. There we go. So the APY lines will come out again. Dangerous kick again, not going to hand. Ragdolled somewhat. Nice attack. He's going to let that go. This is everything but bounces just before the line, so it will be a ball in.
Good result from Maralinga. Looking to build on their pretty comfortable 10-goal lead at the moment. Impressive scoreline considering we're only playing 15-minute quarters. To kick 12 in a game of footy is good work.
It's a nice little handball into space.
Good
Snapped
goal.
off the right.
Basso Edwards.
Basso Edwards, you've called his name a couple of times tonight.
I have. That must be his third. I haven't been keeping track, but I think that must be his third goal. If you watch this on the replay, it was just in the right place at the right time. Nice handball. That was Winston Ginger gave him the handball, and Basso finished that on the right foot perfectly. Didn't even look like missing. We're right behind that kick up in the western stand, and that was just gorgeous.
Probably some of the best seats in the house.
Can't complain. Can't complain. Bit of a pole obstructing our view to the southern end, but can't complain too much. Back to the middle we go. Nice tap. That was Ginger again who won the centre clearance. Kicks to nobody in particular though. APY will clear. Numbers for Maralinga. Nice mark from Lionel Stewart. He goes on the left looking for, that's Isaiah Bridley, who's already had a fantastic quarter. He rolls inside and looks at the top of the square. There's no one really there for Maralinga, but they managed to create a contest somehow. There's my boy Basso again. He breaks one, breaks another. Snap on the right foot. No good.
Their ability to crumb, and they create a pack mark and then they'll crumb from that. And they've been outstanding with their forward pressure.
I think that's been the difference really. When it goes in APY lands forward, they can't keep it in. Whereas in Maralinga's forward line, he can't get it out of there.
It's a good kick out to the 50. Here's Mark now. Just slowing it down.
Interesting decision there. I would have gone, I think.
Come out to this side to Coombs.
Had a good game, Coombs. Been one of their better players, APY. A lot of left footers out there. Not a good kick from Coombs though.
Well, either that or there's a lot of people who can kick off both feet.
That would be good. I would love to see that. Underrated skill, obviously, the left foot kick.
Well, left foot's only good for standing.
Stewart goes down the line. There's my boy Basso. He flies. Goes over the back. Ooh, big tackle. Lovely tackle. David Coombs again. Ginger gives the handball forward. That's a releasing handball.
Down the line as well.
Isaiah Bridley, fantastic
Nice
last quarter from
Shepherd.
Bridley. He might get this
Giving him
back.
back. Should have given it
No,
back.
he should have got that back. He deserved it back. Instead, they handballed to no one. Could have been holding the ball as well. Nice forward, nice follow-up from number 25, one of our unnamed Warriors. 22 on the chase.
Oh, that is one hell of a pursuit. Didn't quite get there. Found a nice kick. Has to arch the back inside 50. Handballs over. Didn't fancy it on his left. Has to come around. They're making hard work of it. Settles on the left.
Deserved
Pulls
better.
it.
Deserved
The
better.
build-up certainly deserved better.
Gee, their ability to get from one end of the ground to the other, both teams, is outstanding.
That's a dangerous one. Just about.
It's Ginger's 57th possession of today. Just estimating, of course.
It's gone quiet, actually, in the third quarter.
Oh.
I haven't called his name as much.
Don't. Just antagonising me.
My boy Basso's coming back into it.
He has. Nice pick up. That was Billy Cooley. Haven't called his name very often tonight.
Coombs has done well again. Found a target. He's got.
That's another
Real
Coombs. Ian
streaming
Coombs.
forward. Just sends it to the top of the goal square.
Ooh.
Pack semi-formed. Couldn't quite get away. Again, it will find its way out the back. Ugly one, but they all count. APY Lions will get another one.
Repeat forward entries, which is something they haven't had very often today. They just kept the ball coming back in once, twice, 3 times, and on the third time they got lucky.
Well, they're finally starting to crumb things in the forward 50. The big thing in the first half of the first 2.5 quarters really was Maralinga's ability to tidy up at the back and then rebound out, and in 3 kicks be scoring their own goal. We will start again from the middle, and it's been...
Scoreboard won't reflect it, but I think it's been a much better second half.
That's
from
the
APY.
sentence I was just trying to form in my head.
Here they go again, out of the middle.
That's just a big old barrel into forward 50. Again, it manages to find the floor. Nice tap. Then it will settle left-footed. Come back and stand in the middle, umpire. He does. APY lands 5 goals, 3. A little bit of excitement in my voice, but that's a massive goal. It's not long to go.
About 8 minutes to go in this final quarter. Good experience though. There's nothing you can't, at this point the result doesn't really matter. It's about the experience, and there's a nice crowd building. I'd say there's probably 6,000 or 7,000 people here at the moment. For a bunch of kids from the far north of South Australia, this is a fantastic experience. It's a great initiative, the Don McSweeny Cup. SANFL do a great job. Maralinga looking like they're going to get up at the moment. That's a nice handball to Peter. Peter puts it on the right foot. He looks inside. Lovely kick. And that's Tyron Kelly with the mark, about 25 out in the slide angle. Please go back and kick this drop punt, Tyron. Had enough of the handballs off from this distance, I think, today. Measured run up. Got the multicoloured boots. Bit close to the man on the mark. Gets a bit underneath it, and that'll be just off to the right. Didn't seem to have a settled routine.
No, it
there.
looked like he sort of second-guessed himself halfway through the run-up.
Yeah. It's those new boots you were talking about, I think.
Well, nearly came back with it, and the APY lines again will look to get through. Now they are in the corridor. There's a bounce. He's got a target just on the 50. Can he get over the defender? No, he can't, but he has the runner. Runner will get there. Looks for the don't argue. You could ask for a free. I think they should have got a free.
You know what? I'd love to see the free kick stats tonight. There
I don't think there's been many.
I mean, think of 2 or 3.
Literally, he had to assault someone to give one away.
I can think of 2 or 3 free kicks tonight. It's been good umpiring overall, I think. Let the boys play.
Been free flowing. So he's going to go from about 40 out, bang in front. Sets it on the way.
It's a nice
Might
kick.
just have the legs. Would have had the legs if the defender wasn't there.
Probably had to shepherd that one through in the end. So 5.5 minutes to go.
Oh, that's a dangerous one. Plays on after the mark.
And we'll reset
it. Just do it all again. Rinse and repeat. Just a reminder as well, ladies and gentlemen, even though it says 5 minutes on the clock, we may have to jump out a little bit early. We are timed tonight. Crows and Essendon will want to come out for their warm-up, so...
Geez, acres of space if he can pick it up.
He didn't want to.
No.
Like trying to dress a 2-year-old.
In the end, Chase Scott, number 16.
They've hurt themselves again.
Joel Peter and Scott just fall all over themselves. Nice chase out there from Tyson Edwards.
Oh, he did very well to get away from that tackle as well. Then he will go. Sends one into forward 50. Lots and lots of time. Thought about playing on the angle. He's going to think about the set shot.
What a glorious night in Adelaide.
Sends it on the way. Little side shuffle from the goal umpire and another behind.
Can't say set shot kicking's been a feature tonight, can we?
No.
Could have been. Oh, there's the torp out of full back.
Oh, there we go.
That'll work. Nice mark.
Taking it well as well.
Tyson Edwards, he plays on. Got a man in the middle. If they can get this on,
Got
they
a
have numbers
runner as
everywhere.
well. Oh, you've got to pay your runner.
Oh, no. Just took a little too long, didn't he? Still a chance. Very good hassling pressure from Tyson. Another Tyson Edwards we have on the team sheet. There's 2 of them, number 17 and number 21. One of them has to be.
It's not an awful kick. Just couldn't quite bring it under control. Just overcommitted somewhat, Maralinga, and now the APY
what a
line.
chase! The full
It's
length.
a great chase.
The full length
Oh,
dive.
and he's giving him a bit as well as he got up.
Joel Peter Had a great game, one of their best, Maralinga. And that
and he's paid him back, charging down the mark.
Oh,
has
no.
he paid 50?
He has.
Oh.
Golly, I can't wait to see that chase down again. Just launched himself.
What? The way he looked at goal then, it almost looks like he was thinking about giving the old barrel. He just had a sneaky look at the goal.
Big pack in this.
Oh, he got one.
Huge grab. Who was that?
He got one.
What an excellent grab. I reckon that's Lyndon Quayama.
We've seen the pack form a couple of times, and finally,
Oh,
there he goes.
what a
It's on his
ride.
own player.
What a ride. Just had the little 360 spin at the end as well.
So player's still down.
That's all right. He doesn't
copped
care.
a big one
He
to the
doesn't
kidneys.
care. He's just lining up. With 2.5 minutes to go, that's exactly what we want to see from the end of this game. A bit of high flying.
Go back and kick one now.
Sharp haircut as well. Lyndon, I like it. Comes in, must finish. You've got to finish your work. And he does. Nicely played, young fella. And the boys are pretty happy with that too. They know this game's in the bag. That is an excellent fly. We have a look in the replay again. Just had a nice spring from his own player. Little 360 spin in the air. Oh!
poor guy who gets a knee in the kidney. He was down there for a while. I think he's going to come out now and just go and have a sit down. No, he doesn't want to leave. Keep trying to take him off the field, and he doesn't want a bar of it.
Nah.
So we are about a minute and a half to go. I think we are pretty much done. We could probably start to talk about how well Maralinga have played. The number of teams, you watch, you know, good quality SANFL teams and AFL teams.
Oh, there's another talk.
Once you see the transition that's 2 or 3 kicks from half back to goal, it's about as good as football gets, up to mine.
Yep. And they're going to see another example of it here. They've got numbers streaming off the half-back flank. Here comes Ginger, number 7. He looks inside, gets on the right foot.
Again, it's about as good. He could have walked up and handed it to him, and it wouldn't have been any better.
3 kicks, full back.
And we'd like to just go back, set shot from this angle. Just kick it straight and true. But he's got...
It's a nice kick.
Great kick, got a lead.
That's Basso Edwards.
Probably making a late run for best on ground.
I agree, yep. Hard to argue. I still would give it to my boy Ginger, but...
I think it's about it. You can tell it's about it because there's people sniffing around for the handball. I don't think you're helping your teammate there. That one sets on its way. Sets the goal umpire running, and that
might just about do us.
I think that probably will do. Is the APY line's just blown away in that first quarter. You know, 96 points to 35 we will finish. And the APY lines just couldn't stay with Maralinga. You know, I just want to know how much it means to these boys. Just have a look at it.
Have a look at that.
2 years runners-up last year and the year before. This year they get there. Look how happy they are with it.
Gee, that's brilliant. Go on, boys. Celebrate it. I love it. Let's hope we see these guys again on Adelaide Oval at some point in their football careers.
I think your mate Ginger, there's certainly a chance that we will see him down here. I think there'll be a couple of SANFL clubs certainly having a sniff around him.
He looks quality.
And if you're going to put on a show, having the likes of Richo and BT stood on the side while you do it, it's probably the best time to do it.
Not bad.
Absolutely wonderful night of football. The city of Adelaide has put on a show again for us tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. From me, Dave Webb, and Eddie Dads, thank you very much for joining us, and good night.